All right, for Telefero, Mr. Telefero TV. This is another podcast that will be available on my SoundCloud. More in depth on the SoundCloud. Make sure you subscribe to my SoundCloud. I will be posting podcasts soon. All right. So we are talking Western Conference All Stars, Eastern Conference All Stars. The All Star starters have been unofficially announced. They will be announced in a few minutes now, or whenever you hear this, it might be too late. But the All Star starters are going to be announced tonight. And first, let me say this. I'm happy that Zaza Pachulia is not a part of the game. He did not deserve to be. I don't really care for the guy. His attitude, his demeanor. I think he started to let those All-Star votes and playing for Golden State get to his head. I don't like how he kind of pushed Russell Westbrook last night. But other than that, I'm not disappointed. It's not like anyone who's on this list wouldn't be an All-Star. But I think there are a couple things that could have been fixed. I'm looking at on the Eastern Conference side, we got Kyrie Irving, LeBron James, Jimmy Butler, DeMar DeRozan, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and that's it. Yeah, that's 5. The thing is, okay, we have Kyrie and DeMar DeRozan in the backcourt, and here's my thing. Kyrie Irving is the most popular point guard. He's a defending NBA champion. He plays with LeBron James. He plays in Cleveland, one of the premier teams in the NBA right now. I get it. And he is playing at an unbelievable level this year. I mean, you look at some of the things that Kyrie's averaging this season alone. He's averaging 23.6 points per game, 5.6 assists a game, and 3.5 rebounds a game. Those are all career highs? I'm pretty sure they're close to career highs already. I mean, Kyrie Irving he's balling. Let's just look at it for what it's worth. He's balling. Here's the thing. 5.6 assists, not number one on your team, right? I mean, it is what it is. Points are, for the record, the points are the highs of his career. Assists, not the highs of his career, all right? He's averaging 3.5 rebounds, also not the highs of his career. He was carrying a little bit more weight when he was playing without LeBron James. A tad bit more weight. You would understand that, all right? I just think this was the year for Kyrie Irving to not be an all-star starter. I think the guy playing the best basketball right now is Isaiah Thomas. At the point guard position, I think in the Eastern Conference, he's missed the fourth quarter right now. He wears the number 4. I mean, he's missed the fourth quarter right now. The guy is playing unbelievable. I mean, if you look at the Boston Celtics, remember, coming into this season, we all thought when they got Horford, Boston looked good last year. They were showing a lot of improvement last year. Then they started off to a slow start. Then they got it rolling. I mean, this is where we expected Boston to be about. They're number 3 in the Eastern Conference right now at 26-16, 40 games out of first place in the Eastern Conference, 2 games behind Toronto for second place. I mean, they're right where, and they're playing great basketball. They're playing great basketball, and Isaiah Thomas is leading them. I mean, he's literally averaging about 9-10 points in the fourth quarter. I mean, the guy's having a breakout season, and I think just this year. I think that was Isaiah Thomas' spot to lose. He doesn't garner the popularity of a Kyrie Irving, but I mean the guy's averaging 28.7 points per game, and he's averaging 6 assists a game. Those are both better stats than Kyrie Irving. I mean, it is what it is. Kyrie Irving has missed a few games due to injury. We're just dealing with that popularity contest here, and Kyrie won it over Isaiah Thomas. Isaiah Thomas will get in. There won't be any problems there. He will get in when the reserves are announced. But hey, a lot of people say Kyle Lowry had a shot at that. A lot of people wanted Kyle Lowry or DeMar DeRozan. I don't believe that. I believe we got it right with DeMar DeRozan. I believe Toronto Raptors, they're number 2 in the Eastern Conference. They deserve one of those 2 guys in the game, and I'd rather go with DeMar DeRozan over Kyle Lowry. I like what DeMar DeRozan has improved in his game from a scoring aspect. His game hasn't really changed to me, but I feel as though he's gotten a little bit more aggressive. I mean, averaging a career high and points per game at 28.2 points per game, 4.7 points higher than what he was averaging last year. I think we got to give that brother credit for the improvements that he's made in his game. Remember, the first season that DeMar DeRozan was in the league, his first season out of Toronto, he was averaging 8.6 points a game. He improved, and now he's literally 20 points higher than that. I mean, come on now. That's a lot of improvement. He deserves this all-star start, and I am happy for him. I mean, what is he, like 3rd in the NBA in scoring right now? I mean, he's on a rampage pace. I like the forwards. I think we got this completely right. LeBron James, I would still believe, is the best small forward in the game, the best player in the NBA. I think we got that right. You take LeBron James off that Cleveland Cavaliers team. I don't care if Kyrie and Kevin Love are healthy every night out. They're just not a good basketball team. They are simply not. They're a first round exit. I believe they're like a 6 or 7 seed in the Eastern Conference. LeBron James is still the most valuable player on the face of this earth in the NBA, and I think that what he does to a team is we take it for granted. We take his greatness for granted. Let's just be honest about the situation. We definitely take that man's greatness for granted. Just because he ain't going out of his way to average a triple-double like a James Harden might be going for, like a Russell Westbrook is going for this year. Let's not look at what he is. The guy is a career 27 point per game, 7 assists a game, 7 rebound guy for his career. And if you look at him this year, his stats are actually better than what they've been since he's been in Cleveland. This year, averaging 25.6 points per game. The first 2 years in Cleveland, since he's been back, he averaged 25.3 points per game. Averaging a little bit more turnovers, the highs of his career right now, but he's averaging 8.1 assists a game. That's the highs of his career. Actually in 09, 010, he averaged 8.6, but this is the second highs of his career. 7.8 rebounds a game, third, fourth highs in his career. It's up there. It's up there. I mean, the man has been playing for 13 years, 14 years now. I mean, the stats are still incredible 13, 14 years later. Of course, he deserved that all-star nod. I want to go down to Jimmy Butler. I think Jimmy Butler, I called Isaiah Thomas missed the fourth quarter. Isaiah Thomas has better fourth quarters than this guy, Jimmy Butler, but Jimmy Butler is maybe the most clutch player in the NBA right now. I mean, he's definitely in that top 3. When you need a basket, Jimmy Butler has become your man, all right? I mean, his ability to get his shot off at will, to fade away, his ability to carry that Chicago team, it's not a good basketball team. Let's tell it for what it is. It's just not a good basketball team. D Wade on those last legs looked good coming into the season, but he's at that point in the season where he's just trying to get through. Jimmy Butler, you look at him averaging 24.8 points a game, 4.8 assists a game, 6.8 rebounds a game. Of course, he's tearing it up. He's literally having to carry this team in all facets right now. He's their best player from an offensive standpoint. He's their best player from a defensive standpoint. I mean, he's just their best player. I mean, the guy is averaging a career high in points. This is tied for his best assist total, and this is clearly his best rebound total. I mean, the guy has to do a little bit of everything. His problem is becoming a little bit more efficient from the field, and he's even doing that. He's even shooting it a little bit better from 3, up from last year. He's shooting it a little worse from the field, but it's just the shots that he's getting. The guy's an 86% free throw shooter. That's incredible. That's remarkable. You can trust him with the basketball late because you know he's going to make the right play. And I think what he has to do with this Chicago team is so unprecedented. We just don't give this guy enough credit. All right, let's tell it how it is. Let's not sugarcoat anything. Look at that starting lineup. Rajon Rondo is not able to get it together. He's in and out the starting lineup. A lot of nights they're going with Michael Carter-Williams as a starter. He's been giving them some productive minutes. You got to flop on Rondo, even though we probably seen that coming. You got to D-Wade. He is what he is in his career. He's making $23 million this year. But I mean, you know what you're getting out of him. A guy who shows you signs of his greatness, but he just can't do it for 48 minutes. Doug McDermott is showing promise. Nikolai Mirotic is showing promise, but again, I need a couple more years for them. Jaren Grant showing promise, but just not there yet. Robin Lopez, I just don't think he can build a team around him. Taj Gibson, you know what you're getting out of him. A tough-nosed, blue-chip type player. But at some point, I mean, how many years can you invest in a guy who he won't go over to that next level? But let me make this clear. Taj Gibson is averaging career highs 12 points, 7.3 rebounds. So I don't think he's the fault around this team. I think he can be a role player if he can't do any better. I just would have liked for this team to have kept Pau Gasol, but if you would have kept Pau Gasol, you probably wouldn't have got a D-Wade. And D-Wade is still having a great impact on Jimmy Butler from a mentoring program, from a leadership standpoint. Denzel Valentine, I'm not going to lie to you guys, I'm expecting more out of that kid. I think in the future he's going to be better than what he is, averaging 3.2 points a game, 1.5 rebounds a game. I mean, I just think he can do better than that. I really think the guy has more in him. I think he can do better than that. He's getting about 11.5 minutes a game. Battling the injury bug a little bit. I know he's been not played in a few games. I think he can do better than that. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think he can do better than that. The last guy on this list, I really like his game. I really think that he's the guy going forward. That we're going to look at as a superstar. I think this guy has all the intangibles and he has the level of humbleness. This guy might be a little too humble, all right? We're talking about Giannis Antetokounmpo. Y'all see I got that name? Y'all see how it flowed off my tongue? Giannis Antetokounmpo. 2 years ago, this guy was averaging 12 points a game, 12.7 points a game. This year, he's averaging 23.7, literally doubling his output from a points per game standpoint. 8.7 rebounds a game. This is a career high. He's in the midst of his fourth season in the NBA. 5.6 assists. I called him out. I did call him out. I called that team out. I called Jabari Parker out. I called him out because I think this team has entirely too much talent to be where they are. But I have to remember that Giannis Antetokounmpo is only 22 years of age, and I think Jabari might be younger than that. This is a very young team, but he's clearly the leader. His length, his athleticism, his bounce. He just makes dunks look so easily. He makes getting to the rim looking so easily. I think a lot of people want to see a little bit more consistency from him, but I think we've gotten more than we had in the past. Like, I think he's showing us that he's coming around. And I think maybe at the age of 24, we see a superstar. At that point, LeBron will be like 35, 36. Something like that. And at that point, this could possibly be the best small forward in the game. We could come back from here 2 years down the line and be like, wow, he is literally the best power forward and small forward or whatever he's playing stretch for in the game. My thing with that team that I'm so disappointed in, the Milwaukee Bucks, if the playoffs started today, they'll be on the outside out. Now, they're tied with the Chicago Bulls for the 8th seed. But this team has entirely too much talent. So I don't want to say I want to fault Giannis Antetokounmpo and not give him an all-star nod because he deserves it, and nobody else in that 4th spot in the Eastern Conference deserves it, not Paul George. None of them deserve it over him. I would just like a little bit more consistency from him. Paul George averaging 22 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists. These numbers are down from what we expected from him. That team is not playing good basketball overall. Actually playing better of late, but overall we haven't seen what we think we were seeing. I thought Indiana would compete. So I think they got it right outside of Kyrie this year. I just would have went with Isaiah Thomas and let Kyrie come in as a reserve. I think this year, I think Isaiah Thomas played a little bit better basketball than Kyrie did to start it off. Let's go over to the Western Conference. Now, this is where it gets interesting. At the point guard spot again. Let's go through every other spot, and we'll get to the point guard spot. Like I said, coming into this, Anthony Davis, definitely the best big man for this role, having an incredible season. Zaza Pachulia had no business being in that spot. Anthony Davis averaging 28.8, almost 29 points a game, 12 rebounds a game, 2.4 blocks a game, carrying his team. I don't feel sorry for millionaires often. I'm not going to lie to y'all. If you're rich, figure it out. That's kind of my motto on things. But if there were a guy for me to feel sorry for, it would be Anthony Davis. I mean, the New Orleans Pelicans asked him to commit to them, and they're literally giving him nothing in return. Their last 10 games, they're what 4-6, 5-5, or something like that. This is like their best stretch of the season. They've been playing better over the last 10, 15 games, but I mean, oh my goodness, this guy needs help in the worst way. I just don't like what this team is not giving him. I just doesn't have the talent. He deserves a superstar. We're gonna miss this guy's prime years of his career. I know the guy's only 23 years of age. He's going to be 24 by season end. I just think the guy needs a few more weapons, not just one. New Orleans, go spend some money. Go get this guy some help. Nevertheless, he's the all-star starter. DeMarcus Cousins was my number 2 at this position. I think DeMarcus Cousins will get in as a reserve. He'll definitely get in. Zaza Pachulia, what he would have done had he got in as a starter, he would have took a spot away from one of those guys. So I'm happy to see that we got this right and Anthony Davis is in the game. The fans almost messed this one up big time. Let's go Kawhi Leonard. This is a no-brainer for me. Kawhi Leonard plays on a team that owns the second-best record in the Western Conference, the leader of that team. averaging. He stepped his game up, 24.8 points a game, 5.7 rebounds a game, 3.1 assists a game. He stepped his game. He took it to another level. Everything is perfect about this guy's game, except the man won't freaking talk. Just start talking. I think the team needs you to be the more verbal leader to take over from the team. Tim Duncan was a quiet guy. Don't get me wrong, but he knew when he needed to say something. He knew it was time for him to step up and be the leader. All right. 24.8 points a game is Kawhi Leonard's high in points a game. I'm shooting at 90% from the free throw line. Oh, my gosh. You can put this guy on the line and just know he's not going to miss. 5.7 rebounds a game. A little down, but I'll take that because he's getting into other facets of his game. 3.1 assists, the highs of his career. If that's going to take Kawhi Leonard getting down court a second or two quicker, if he's not getting rebounds to set up the offense to kind of flow better and get himself going, I'm fine with him going down on rebounds. They have LaMarcus Aldridge there. I'm pretty sure Kawhi was taking a few rebounds from Tim Duncan in the past. You got Pau Gasol there as well this year, so a couple rebounds are not accessible to him like they were in the past. I'm fine with that. Just having a great season. You can see the improvement in his game. Like I did with DeMar DeRozan, who was averaging 8 points a game, like I said earlier in the blog, and now he's averaging 28. Kawhi was averaging 7.9 points a game his first season with San Antonio, his first season in the league. Now averaging 25 points a game, essentially. It's about an 18, 17-point turnaround for him. Incredible, remarkable, deserves his spot as all-star starter. Congratulations, Kawhi Leonard. Now, I will say this, that game going to be boring as hell with him starting, him and Giannis Antetokounmpo. Giannis a little more exciting than Kawhi, but that game going to be boring as hell with Kawhi Leonard. He ain't doing nothing fun. You can cancel that out now. Messing with him, the Western Conference will be up by 30 because he going to be really trying to go for that All-Star MVP. Or not even the All-Star MVP, just go for a good game. Next off on my list, a guy in the backcourt that I thought deserved this spot. Let me stay in the forward spot. Kevin Durant is the other forward, and he deserves it. Let me not take away anything from that guy's game. Let me give Kevin Durant a credit. The other forward, I apologize. Kevin Durant. I mean, come on now. Let's not get this. Let's not get this messed up in any way. He joined Golden State, but his game has not missed a beat. I'm not going to lie to you guys. So he's averaging 2 less points a game, specifically 2 less points a game than he was last season. But he's getting to his 26 on 2 less shots a game. So, I mean, that's efficiency. That's being able to flow in the offense. That's playing for a team like the Golden State Warriors. And he's actually playing 1.4 minutes less a game this season than he did last year. So he's officially getting his points. And he's able to take a couple minutes off and get ready for the postseason that his team will be present in the finals in. A career high in rebounds a game for Kevin Durant. Even doing a pretty good job with 4.7 assists a game. That's like second or third on his team. I just like the basketball that Kevin Durant is playing this season. You can see the motivation. You see the passion. You've seen it against Cleveland. You've seen it against his former team, OKC. I want it to be there every night, but I think it's there. I think Kevin Durant is balling right now. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to hate on anything this brother's doing. His turnovers are down as well. 2.3 turnovers a game. Check this out, guys. The lowest of Kevin Durant's career. That's just speaking about the flow of Steve Kerr's offense. And another thing about his game that we're not giving enough credit this year, 1.7 blocks a game, the highs of his career. So going into the season, we all knew about Draymond Green being the attitude and the anchor of this defense. But I don't know if anybody expected skinny Kevin Durant to be a guy that's looked at to be a perimeter. He's those blocks, influential. I mean, you talk about he's been a part of a lot of game-changing, momentum-changing blocks since he's joined Golden State. And I think that's just one in the play every possession. I think that's the Russell Westbrook effect. I'm not going to lie to you guys. He's making more plays on the defensive end because he'll know he'll get rewarded on offense. And if he doesn't get rewarded, he knows it's going to lead to somebody getting rewarded on offense. And I think he's just enjoying playing that game of basketball right now. Absolutely, Kevin Durant deserves to be the another starter at forward. Let's get into the guards. This is where I have my mishap. One of these guys got to go, and I will say it'll be Steph Curry. But let's go ahead and talk about James Harden this right now. James Harden playing unbelievable basketball. I think he's the MVP of the Basketball Association. 2 reasons. People don't want to get an MVP award to Russell Westbrook to begin with. They don't like his character. They don't like his attitude. The media can't stand him. Second reason, James Harden is playing phenomenal basketball. It's not like that James Harden doesn't deserve it. James Harden definitely deserves his award. And we're talking about Russell Westbrook averaging a triple-double. If I'm not mistaken, James Harden has put up, 12, 13 triple-doubles himself? I mean, the guy's balling. Literally about 29 points a game, 11.6 assists a game, 8.3 rebounds a game. I mean, the brother is balling. I think the thing that you can hang your head over is the fact that his Houston Rockets are surprisingly 33-12. I mean, come on, guys. Who thought this? 4.5 games out in the first spot. They've only lost 12 games. San Antonio has lost 9 games. I do things by the losses, and Golden State has lost 6 games. So you're talking about if one of these two teams fall off, they can make a push. The Clippers are 4th right now at 29-14 in the Western Conference. Well, check this out. Chris Paul is injured for the Clippers. They're going to go backwards. Utah might come forward. Oklahoma City, they're not playing their best basketball right now. Memphis is wishy-washy at best. Denver's the number 18 at 17-23. You got nothing to worry about there. So, I mean, you really look at this 33-12. You look at where the Houston Rockets are at now. You look at their schedule with some upcoming games. They have Golden State next, all right? If they have Golden State next, if they can slip by Golden State, you look at this team's next few games. They got at Memphis, at Milwaukee, at Boston, at Indiana, Sacramento, Atlanta, Chicago at home, Orlando at home, Charlotte, Phoenix. That gets them to pretty much the All-Star break. There are a lot of winnable games, man. If you can get at home against Golden State and maybe at Memphis. You can get and then they have at Milwaukee and at Boston. If you can win 3 out of 4, you set yourself up for a pretty nice little stretch. After that, it's at Philly, like I said, at Philly, at Indiana, at home against Sacramento, at home against Atlanta, Chicago, and Orlando. This team could really make some ground and really achieve some things. I think I seen something yesterday that said they were expected to win. Like, if they win 12 more games, they've already exceeded expectations. And they're going to shatter that by a long shot. So James Harden, I think, deserves to be in the game. The only problem right here, guys, is Steph Curry. And let me set up this disclaimer about Steph Curry having an incredible season. Having to adjust. This is a 2-time MVP. Let's put some respect on his name. A 2-time MVP had to adjust to bringing in a guy who, even though he's a 2-time MVP and a unanimous MVP last season, let's just be honest. The 2-time MVP had to adjust to Kevin Durant joining this team. I mean, listen. At the end of the day, it's Kevin Durant. You still got to understand that the guy he deserves the basketball, and he's gonna crave the basketball to a certain extent. He gonna want to touch that basketball, and you still got Klay Thompson who loves the basketball in his hand, and you got Draymond Green who loves making plays for others. And if you don't give him the ball, he gonna tell you about it. But with that being said, I mean, Steph Curry, of course, is averaging less points a game, 24.6. Last season, he averaged 30 on the dot. But, I mean, look at his game. I don't look at, just like Kevin Durant, I don't think his game has taken a seat backwards at all. 6 assists a game, 4.2 rebounds a game. I don't think he's as popular with Kevin Durant on the team, like in the NBA right now. I think his image has took a hit, and I think the NBA wants him to be the image of the baby face of the league. I think his image has took a hit. He's just not as popular as he was. But, I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. His game hasn't taken a seat backwards. He's shooting it a little bit lower than his expectations from 3. The first time in his career that he's not outright shooting the ball from 40% from 3. He's averaging about 39.7% right now. That's the first time in his career he ain't shooting 40% from 3 in his career. He's actually gotten better in free throws from last season. 92%, pretty much 93% from the line. His game is still incredible. I just don't think this was the year for him to be the starter. Like Kyrie Irving, I think popularity trumped over this guy. And Russell Westbrook is, let's just face it, he's not the most liked guy around the league. He doesn't get along with the media. He's pretty much an asshole to the media. He doesn't get along with with a lot of the fans. He ain't the most approachable guy. A lot of fans don't like him. A lot of people believe that he ran Kevin Durant out of town. If you're outside of OKC, a lot of people don't like this guy. I actually respect this game. I mean, look at his averages. Of course, the turnovers are definitely up, averaging 5.5 turnovers a game. The ball is in his hand a lot, though. I'm not going to lie to you guys. 30 points a game right now is what he's averaging, close to 31. 10.4 assists, 10.6 rebounds a game. Ladies and gentlemen, he's on pace to average a triple-double. And probably is going to do this, guys. I mean, if you look at those rebounds a game, that was the big question mark. He's better off at rebounds than he is assists right now. I'm looking at a guy that, even though he's a point guard, even though he's 6'3", 6'4", the rebounds aren't the hard part for him. It's getting assists, because every time he makes a pass, I feel as though he only passing to the guy to get an assist. If it wasn't a such thing as a triple-double, if he didn't care about the stats, I don't know if this guy would ever pass the ball. I mean, he's the ultimate bad shot taker. And he's not the bad shot maker. I call J.R. Smith the bad shot maker. He's the bad shot taker. All right? 42% from the field, it's not good. Making 2 of his 6 threes he's attempting a game, it's not good either. It's an improvement. It's not good to me. Shooting it pretty good from the line, but again, that 5.5 turnovers a game, you got to give Victor Oladipo the basketball a little bit more. But I do believe this season, if the guy can't average a triple-double and get into the game as a starter, I don't know if this guy will ever be a starter in the All-Star game. He will never trump. If they plan on getting better as a team, that would mean they're going to have to get more weapons if you're trying to go out and get a Blake Griffin this offseason, or try to go after a Jimmy Butler or something like that. If he's not able to get a All-Star starting nod this season, it will never happen. I know as a basketball fan, I wanted to see Russell Westbrook and Kevin Durant in their starting lineup and just see them talk or not talk. I'm full of it. I'm messy, I know. But I just wanted to see them kind of have that communication or not have that communication. So we won't get to see that. You can kind of dodge somebody better as a reserve. But it is what it is. I mean, Russell Westbrook got snubbed, I believe, by Steph Curry this year. But not knocking Steph Curry. It's not like he got snubbed by somebody like Zaza Pachulia. I would have been pissed if Anthony Davis didn't start because of him. He's a really great player, but I just think Steph Curry and Isaiah Thomas got snubbed. I'm sorry, Russell Westbrook and Steph Curry and Isaiah Thomas got snubbed. I just think this is the year that Steph Curry and Kyrie Irving, 2 popular players, could have took a back seat and just came off that reserve. We'll do something with the reserves later. I'll come back and tell you who I believe my reserves should be. I'll tell you how many Golden State Warriors made the team. I'll tell you, does Kevin Love make the team? Does DeMarcus Cousins make the team? Do we reward people for putting up stats on bad teams? We'll see how many Memphis Grizzlies get on the team. A team that gets overlooked every year, I believe. We'll see. All right? I've just broke down the All-Stars to you. Again, if you want to promote something in the midst of these podcasts, we'll stop it. We'll cut it short every 4 or 5 minutes. Make sure you hit me up and we can talk booking at ismrteleferro.com. That's a booking at ismrteleferro.com is my email for booking. And if you want to talk business, make sure you hit me up and subscribe to my SoundCloud. Of course, subscribe to my YouTube channel. And we'll get it together. Alfred Teleferro, Mr. Teleferro TV. If you enjoyed this podcast, make sure you hit me up for more. This is a podcast, guys. This is a podcast. We're going to be doing podcasts like this nonstop on my SoundCloud. We'll start on my YouTube for a few weeks. Once it gets popping on my SoundCloud, which will happen, all right, then we'll go straight to SoundCloud. Thank y'all for the time, love, and support. Salute. Do you like things like this? Talk to me. I'm out.